Now, how many of you out there in Cyberland have ever had a golf lesson? You know, when I do golf seminars and there's 80 or 100 people in the room, I ask the question, how many of us have ever had a golf lesson? And almost every hand goes up. And then I ask them, well, what are you doing here then? And of course, they always say, well, it didn't work. Well, no kidding. How many been to golf school? Yeah, I've been to them too. Well, how come it didn't work? Well, let me share with you my experience, okay, in golf lessons. First of all, the greatest influence in my life had nothing to do with golf. I was that big, it was my mother and father, of course. And then came the next greatest influence in my life as a young adult. I spent my entire young adult life, 10 years of it, as a United States Marine, and I made it to the rank of sergeant kind of fast. And my job was, I was with the infantry, so, you know, I'm running all over with a rifle. Now, one day, I got a little note from the commanding general of the 1st Marine Division at Camp Pendleton in San Diego. And this little note said, hey, Steve, you know, we understand that you know your job quite well. And I did, and so do a lot of other guys. They said, you know what you're going to do now? And I thought, oh, no, where are they sending me this time? They said, you're not going anywhere, son. You're going to be a school teacher now. I don't know anything about being a school teacher. They said, that's okay. We're going to show you how to be a school teacher. We're going to share with you and show you how to formulate lesson plans, conduct periods of instruction, and then you're going to be able to show these young fellas how to do everything you know how to do. They will learn it, and you're going to help them. And then I got to thinking, I want this job, because I knew if I got that job, every day around 4 o'clock, I'm done. No more going away and all this other stuff. And after about a week of getting off work every day at 4 o'clock, I figured something. I got nothing to do with all my free time. Now guess what's coming? And I take up golf. And for the next 3 years, I hit golf balls about 4 days a week. I played golf twice every week. And in my late 20s, when I took up this game, I was fairly athletic. And after 3 years, do you know what I could not do? Break the score of 100 unless I cheated. You know, I'll make a confession to you, okay? I used to play alone and cheat. Because when you shoot 110, what difference does it make? I'll kick the ball, I'll throw it up to the green. Just get up there. I always ask, does our age, gender, and especially athletic ability mean much in golf? And usually everyone says, yeah, well, wait a minute. I was 29 years old and athletic, couldn't break 100. And one afternoon, I played golf with a fella 45 years older than me. I'm 29, so do the math. He's far less athletic. And the icing on the cake, when he comes up to out of the pro shop, strutting to the first tee of the 1st Marine Division golf course, here he comes. He's hobbling. And I got my buddies together. I said, fellas, now here's our 4th man. It looks like he's going to slow us down a little, okay? Let's be patient with him. Now, does anybody know what humility is? We shake hands and introduce ourselves, and now his behavior becomes unusual. He's got his 3-wood, you know, and he starts hobbling his way to the tee box, and my response is, where's he going? And he turns around and he says, well, I play way back here. You fellas better stay up here. He plays from the black tees and shoots the score of 75, one higher than his age. I was playing from the yellow tees. In San Diego, California, the yellow tees are next to the red ones. I would have played from the reds if they let me. Now, every time that man, despite his age and all his physical problems, every time he got his golf club to the top of his backswing, which for him, he could only get it to here. That's okay. When he does, every single time, without thinking, his hips and thighs were going first in the downswing, not his arms and hands. And he's hitting the golf ball a mile dead straight. Now he was a leg player. And that's the day I took golf lessons. And I didn't fool around. I went to the guru in San Diego. She coached the university. She coached the college golf team. She wrote the golf tip to the local golf magazine at the time, way back. And she was PGA everything. And I went to her begging. I said, Laura, please, you got to help me. I just got beat by 35 strokes. by a cripple. She said, relax, Steve, I'm going to help you. And I'm going to give you a military discount, $200. Now, $200, here's what happened in my golf lessons. I hit a golf ball, and Laura stood behind me and said, hey, let's fix your grip. And then I hit another one, and she said, now, Steve, we got to keep your right elbow close in the backswing. It's flying away from you. Is that the trick, Laura? And then I hit another one. She said, now, you got to be careful because in your backswing, it looks like your head's coming up. You got to keep your head still. And then I hit another one. She said, uh-oh, in your backswing, it looks like your right hip is sliding laterally. That hip has to hold in to create. I didn't know that. And then I hit another one. She said, now let's keep your left arm straight in the backswing. What do you say? Yeah, sure. And then I hit another one. She said, now it looks like your head's diving at the ball in a downswing. And then I hit another one. She said, now in your downswing, you need to clear your left hip more. Don't uncock the angles too early, and you better watch your right shoulders coming out. And then I hit another one, and she said, you're lined up crooked. Then I hit another one, your backswing's too fast. And then I hit another one, you rolled the club face, you sliced it. And then I hit another one, and she looked over at me and said, look at your shoulders. Don't you know your shoulders are crooked? I said, no, I didn't, but I do now. And I was frozen solid and couldn't move. And when it was all done, I went back to her. I said, Laura, I know you taught me a lot of stuff, but I don't think I learned anything. She said, I know that. You're hopeless.